The 2025 edition of EzStamp is now available, and I will go over some of the changes and additions in this latest version of EzStamp. There are 9 items we will cover today. Number 1, the category and FTC maker list have been enhanced and updated. Number 2, the keyword topic listings is now a massive 2.5 million entries for topical searches. This is tied into the drill down search, which has been expanded. 3, our amazing eLook internet search for eBay and HipStamp has been greatly enhanced to be more precise. Number 4, the USA plate number block database has been updated with new pricing. Number 5, stamp data and market prices were updated and over 30,000 more images have been added. The reports and report editor have been enhanced. Number 7, the thumbnail viewer performance has been enhanced with color coding for inventoried items. And number 8, the Stamp Recognition SRS module add-on to EzStamp has been enhanced. And finally, AlbumGen version 3, which is an add-on to EzStamp, has been enhanced. I will go over these individually. We continuously update all the EzStamp databases, and we now have over 958,000 stamp listings and 746,000 images spread over the 752 complete databases we provide in the World Edition, which covers all stamp issuing countries and entities. EzStamp databases are complete and provide detailed information on each stamp, not just the Scott number as in other programs. We never release incomplete or partial databases. We enter the data ourselves to ensure accuracy and completeness. We do the work for you. We do not expect you to do the tedious work of entering the data, images, pricing, and submit it to us. Let's go over some of the enhancements for 2025, which include updated categories, FTC makers, the US plate number block database. There is also now close to 12 million current market values provided in these comprehensive databases. Plus, the keyword topical database has been enhanced with over 2.5 million topics or keywords available to search by, as I previously have mentioned. We have updated the category database again so that more topics and categories are available for you to select from in the list. There are now over 800 items in this list. We could assign this stamp category of Christmas as an example. So if we just type in Christmas, and you can see there's a lot of items here. I'll now bring up Scott number 935. We've added a lot of new FTC cachet makers with about 1,275 in total right now. You can access it by selecting the FTC tab, which is here, and either double-clicking or right-clicking anywhere in the FTC window and use the drop-down selectors to find the cachet maker. I'll show you both. So if you double click in this area, it'll bring up the editor here, and then if you want to see the list of FTC makers to choose from, you click on this icon here, and then you can scroll through the list that you want. In this one, it was a Topical FTC maker, and we'll save that. And then the other way is to right click and do edit selected, which will bring up another window very similar, and you just choose the FTC maker from this list. If you find any FTC makers that we are missing, let us know and we will add them in a future update. The FTC Cache data entry and viewer is very useful for adding first day covers with multiple stamps on them as well. A great amount of time is spent when we scan the stamps to index them by as many topics as possible, not just the text on the stamps, but also by what is shown on the stamps in most common terms, such as famous people, ships, coins on stamps, trains, automobiles, musical instruments, Europa, and so on. The keyword topical database has been enlarged with a monumental 2.5 million topics or keywords available to search by. I will open the Philippines database now. Using the drill down search by clicking on the icon in the toolbar in EzStamp, which is this one right here, we can search for this particular stamp. We could search for ships, horse, carriage, UPU, capex, train or locomotive, or again ships. So to do this, we would open up the drill down viewer, and I can type in, for example, train, and then do a search, and you'll see a whole bunch came in. We could also search for locomotive. And there's the one that we were looking at in this sheet here. We could also, excuse me, search for horses. And there's the one that we would be looking for. So as you can see, the drill down tool is an extremely powerful tool for finding stamps many different ways. Because of this massive database that we have of the way the stamps have been indexed, it can be easily searched. Many of our topical collectors find it invaluable. If you'd like to see additional topics included, send us an email and we will add them in a future update. I'll now switch to the Canada database, and I'll bring up number 1381. Our amazing eLook internet search for stamps at eBay and EzStamp was enhanced to be faster and more precise in the results it displays. We use this to quickly locate stamps for sale or sold on eBay or EzStamp. You can access the eLook feature by going to the search menu. So if you go to search and click on eLook, the stamp that you have displayed will be filled for you. And if you want to search, just click on eBay and it'll open up your browser and show you what's available. Similarly, we could do the same using EzStamp, and you'll see that it finds matches. So it makes finding the stamps very, very easy. So whatever stamp is displayed in EzStamp at the time that you launch the eLook tool, it will be found for you if it is available. Our customers use this feature all the time to quickly locate stamps they are wanting to buy. I'll now switch to the USA database so we can take a look at the US plate number block database. The USA plate number block database was updated with new plate numbers and values. To access it, you bring up a stamp that has plate numbers and you hit on the PNB tab and you'll see all the known plate numbers with their values. It now comprises over 45,000 entries and is included with the US edition of EzStamp. The World edition of EzStamp now has over 958,000 stamp listings with over 746,000 images spread over the 752 complete databases we provide, with almost 12 million current market values provided to help you accurately value your collections. We've also enhanced the report designer, which will make it easier to create custom reports and edit the existing ones. And you can get to the report editor by choosing one of these editors down here. I'll leave that because we've covered that in a different video and it's also in the manual. I'll now switch back to the Philippines database. The thumbnail viewer, which is unique to EzStamp, has been enhanced and can show you the stamps you have inventoried in a different or highlighted color. So this particular stamp we've inventoried, and we can tell because of the green check mark here. But if you use the thumbnail viewer, which you can access from here on the toolbar, or just hit F12 on your keyboard, it'll launch the thumbnail viewer. And notice the blue highlight color here. That's a way of indicating that the stamp is in your inventory. In other words, you have this stamp. And if you look here, here's another one. And you can edit those colors and suit, change them to suit your needs. But they're all editable, and it's a really convenient way to see your stamps as you're navigating through it. And this is one of the most widely used features by our customers. And just so you know, while you're in the thumbnail viewer, if you double click on any stamp here, it'll close the window and bring up the viewer. Now I'll cover the SRS add-on module to EzStamp, and I'll launch it in global mode, which is the easiest way to ID your stamps from an image. I'll launch the SRS in global mode, which is, you can use the shortcut key of Control-Shift-G, or just go to the Extras menu, select SRS, and go to global mode. I have 3 stamps that I've pre-scanned, which I'll use to demonstrate to you how powerful and easy SRS is to use. Those 3 stamps I have scanned, I will drag and drop each one of those images into the SRS window, but first you must enter the denomination to use the global mode. It will uniquely identify the stamp in most cases, so you can add it to your inventory. And you can also recall the search results from the SRS menu. I will demonstrate this by first starting off, and then I'm going to select the countries that I want to search in, and now I'll drag that first stamp in there, which was had a denomination of 40. And even though we're in the Philippines database right now, it will find the stamp for us. And there it is. And to add it to our inventory, you just right click here, click on add, and then close. And now we'll do the next one, which had a denomination of 60. And I'll drag that one over. And there it is. And we'll add that one. And finally, we'll add a Canadian one that I had scanned. And we'll just drag that over. And you see it uniquely identified each one. And then when we close, this will bring up a result of what we've done. So even though we're in the Philippines database, if we want to inventory the Canada one, we just double click here. It'll bring up that particular stamp in the Canada database, and we can just inventory it. And then if you want to add that inventory the Philippines one, we double click on that. It brings it up there, and we can inventory that particular stamp. And then similarly, we can open up the Poland one and inventory it. We can also recall that the results that we just had done, just in case you missed one or you wanted to go back and see it. And I'll reopen the US database. And now I'll go over finally the new changes in AlbumGen version 3, which was released in 2023, and many enhancements have been made since that release. Creating beautiful album pages is now easier than ever with AlbumGen version 3. I'll show you how the linkage between EzStamp and AlbumGen works. So to initiate the transfer, we hold down the Control key and click this icon here, which is the link to AlbumGen. And then we give it a range of what we want. We can do it by year. There's many different ways. So you just click Find. It found 184 matches, and then we click Export. And now this has been sent to AlbumGen, which I'll bring over. And then we can then do the import, and then click import. And because EzStamp has the sizing information, it correctly puts each stamp with the image and whatever criteria you decided to put on the page with the correct sizing for each of the boxes. So for example, now if you wanted to center all these, you just do a Control-A to select them all, and then you center them on the page. And then you can center them vertically on the page as well. Many countries in EzStamp have sizing info to show that which has the correct sizing information, so the frames are placed correctly and with the right size. We're always adding sizing info to EzStamp, but it is a very, very time-consuming process because we have to measure each of the stamps. We hope you enjoy the new version, and we look forward to updating the data and values over the year, and we hope you enjoy.